All right, guys, we're jumping into the units. It's all has to do with circles. So the first section we're going to start with today is area and circumference. You got 2 pages, goes pretty quick. We'll review some old formulas that you guys have seen at one point in your life, and then we'll apply it to the new stuff from Geo. All right, guys, area formula for a circle is area equals pi times radius squared. Remember, r stands for radius. That's just half a circle, right? So this would be your radius. This would be considered a diameter. Diameters go all the way across. A radius goes only halfway across. Circumference formula, remember circumference, guys, is your distance around a circle. Circumference formula is C equals 2 times pi times radius. There is another one that you can just take pi times diameter, but we're going to use this one because on the backside we actually got to solve for r, and this will be the formula that we actually have to use. So for circumference for this unit, guys, we're going to use 2 times pi times radius. All right. Numbers 1 to 4, they just want the area, and then numbers 5 to 8, they want the circumference. All right. All right. Area, this guy for 1 through 4, this guy for 5 through 8. All right, area equals pi times radius squared, which is 12. Just type all that in the calculator, and you should get 452.39 square meters. Remember, area, we always square the unit that's being talked about. Number 2, if the diameter is 18, we know the radius has to be 9, right? So area equals pi times 9 squared. That comes out to be 254.47 square inches. Number 3, area, pi times 2.8 squared, 24.63 square feet. Diameter is 35. Half of that is 17.5. So area equals pi times 17.5 squared. That comes out to be 962.11 square kilometers. Numbers 5 through 8, they want circumference. So remember, for circumference, we need the radius, right? So if I look at number 5, radius is 7. Circumference is 2 times pi times 7. That comes out to be 43.98 square. I'm sorry, just millimeters. Distance is just the unit itself. We're not talking about area there. 6, there's your radius. Good to go. 2 times pi times 15.6. That comes out to be 98.02 centimeters. Remember, circumference is just distance around the circle. Diameter is 58 on 7, which means half of that. Radius, 29. So circumference is 2 times pi times 29, 182.21 yards. Diameter is 10.2, half of that, 5.1 for the radius. Circumference, 2 times pi times 5.1 comes out to be 32.04 meters. All right, so that's a quick area and circumference review. Into some new stuff now. Directions, use area and circumference formulas to find the radius or diameter. Okay. This one, we got to find the diameter of a circle with a circumference of 65.97. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use circumference formula. I'll plug in the pieces that I know, and then I'll try to solve for diameter. All right. So we know circumference equals 2 times pi times radius, right? The only piece that I know is the circumference. So plug that in. 65.97 equals 2 times pi times radius. So what I can do is this. I'm going to solve for r. I'm going to divide both sides in parentheses. If you want to do it all in one step, make sure you put that in parentheses. 2 pi. So here's what you do. If you type in 65.97 divided by, and then this in parentheses, your radius is going to come out to be about 10.5. However, I want diameter, right? So I have to double my radius to get diameter. So if I double 10.5, I get 21, and it was meters. All right. Make sure you put that in parentheses if you want to do it all in one step. Number 10, find the radius of a circle with a circumference of 21.99. All right. So once again, I'm going to use a formula. Circumference equals 2 times pi times r. I only know circumference. Plug that in. 21.99 equals 2 times pi times radius. Once again, divide both sides by 2 pi. Those cancel. When you do that, radius comes out to be 3.5 feet. And you're done because it just wanted radius. Number 11. This is find the radius of a circle with a circumference of 35 pi. Okay, circumference, same formula once again. My circumference is 35 pi, no big deal. 35 pi equals 2 times pi times radius. Okay, trying to solve for radius, right? Divide both sides by 2 pi again. No calc needed, right? Check us out. They cancel over there. Pi's cancel there. Now it's just 35 divided by 2, 17.5 yards. Number 12, find the radius of a circle with an area of that square inches, right? So now we're going to use the area formula. Area equals pi times radius squared, right? And I only know the area, so plug that in for the A. So 380.13 equals pi times radius squared. 2 steps. First step, you got to divide by pi. They cancel there. Bring down the radius squared. When you do that, that comes out to be 121. And then remember, to get rid of a square, you have to square root. So square root both pieces. That comes out to be 11 inches. 13, find the diameter of a circle with an area of this stuff right here. So once again, we need to use the area formula. Plug into what we know. We know the area. 615.75 equals pi times radius squared. Divide by pi. When you do that, that comes out to be 196. Then we got square root to get rid of the square. Radius comes out to be 14. However, they want diameter. So remember, if you double the radius, you get diameter. In this case, that would be 28. Find the diameter of a circle with an area of 90.25 pi square meters. Okay. Once again, use your area formula, because that's what it's talking about. Plug in the only piece we know, which is the area. 90.25 pi equals pi times radius squared. Divide by pi. Cancel, cancel. 90.25 equals radius squared. Square root to get rid of the square. That comes out to be 9.5 about. Then double that to get diameter. That would be 19 meters. Last section. Use the information given to find area or circumference. All right. Find the area of a circle with circumference of 26 pi feet. Okay. Remember, for area, the only piece that I need is the radius, right? Area, I need the radius. I have circumference, I got to pull out the radius. So first, I'm going to plug this into circumference formula. Circumference is 2 times pi times radius. This is a circumference. Plug it right there, and then we're going to solve for r. Then I can use that to find the area of a circle. Circumference, 26 pi equals 2 times pi times radius. Divide both sides by 2 pi. Make sure you put it in parentheses if you want to do it in one step. All right, well, kind of you can do this in your head if you wanted to, really. Cancel there. Pi is cancel there. 26 divided by 2 is 13. Now I can find the area of a circle. Remember, area equals pi times radius squared. If you push the buttons in your calculator, you should get 530.93 square feet. Remember, square the label because we're talking about area. 16, find the circumference of a circle with an area of this guy right here, right? All right, so we got to use area formula first. Then we got to solve for radius. Pi times radius squared. And I only know the area. So plug that in right there. Solve for r. 289 pi equals pi times radius squared. First step, divide by pi. Cancel, cancel. Bring down the 289. Square root to get rid of the square. Radius comes out to be 17. Okay, to find circumference. Circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. If you type that into your calculator, you should get 106.81 square millimeters. Find the circumference of a circle with an area of this, right? So plug this into the area first, and then we'll solve for r. So remember, area is pi times radius squared. Area is 201.06. It's pi times radius squared. Divide by pi. When you divide by pi, you get 64. Square root to get rid of the square. Radius is 8. I'm trying to find circumference. Circumference equals 2 times pi times radius. Plug it in, you should get 50.27 inches. This one over here, we did not need the square. Sorry, we're just talking about circumference over here. 18, find the area of a circle with a circumference of this right here, right? So we're going to use circumference formula, then we'll solve for r. Plug this in your circumference. 131.95 is 2 pi r. Divide both sides by 2 pi. Put it in parentheses. When you do that correctly, radius comes out to be 21. I'm looking for area. Area is pi times radius squared. That comes out to be 1,385.44 square meters. Nineteen, find the area of a circle with a circumference of 18.4. So first we got to plug it into circumference formula. Plug in your pieces. You only know circumference. Plug it in. 18.84 equals 2 pi r. Divide both sides by 2 pi. Radius comes out to be 3. We're looking for area. Area is pi times radius squared. If you type it in, you should get 28.27 square yards. Find the circumference of a circle with an area of that guy right there. So we're going to use area formula first to solve for radius, right? So plug that into your area. 1809.56 is pi r squared. 2 steps, divide by pi. That comes to be 576. Let me square root to get rid of the square. 24. Circumference, 2 times pi times radius 24. That comes out to be 150 0.8 centimeters. And that is it for area and circumference.